This presentation will examine the story of Taylor Cattle, a prime example of a recent court case illustrating victim blaming, the importance of trauma informed investigations, and secondary victimization. Taylor's experience exposed the serious flaws in how child molestation cases are mishandled. Taylor had a difficult childhood, beginning with her parents' drug abuse and placement in the foster care system. Eventually, Taylor was adopted by Lisa and Henry Cattle. On July 31, 2016, 12-year-old Taylor confided in a church minister's wife that Henry had been sexually molesting her. The disclosure was immediately reported to the Polk County Sheriff's Office in Florida. During the investigation, Taylor informed Detective Melissa Turnage that she had been molested by Henry since she was 9 years old. Most of the incidents happened when Taylor would accompany him on errands miles away from home several times each week. Taylor told the investigators the routine and graphic details of the abuse. In addition to interviews, Taylor was given a physical exam in the hospital for signs of rape. Henry, on the other hand, was interrogated by Detective Turnage for approximately 20 minutes. When asked to take the polygraph test, Henry refused. Taylor's case is a prime example of victim blaming and secondary victimization. Questions that were asked by Detective Turnage implied fault. Some examples of these questions include: was Taylor just mad because her parents confiscated her cell phone? Why didn't you tell the person she was texting that she was being raped? Why was there no evidence of Henry Cattle's DNA on the rape kit? And so on. Taylor's history of past abuses were also revealed during the investigation. The words on the slide were what Taylor was labeled by the police, welfare workers, former foster parents, and adoptive parents. The investigator told Taylor that if Henry Cattle is found guilty because of her lies, he would be sent to jail and Taylor would be sent back to foster care. On December 14, 2016, Taylor's rape case was closed due to lack of evidence. From being the victim, Taylor became the accused. Taylor was charged for providing false information to the police. Without a lawyer to represent her, Taylor went to court and pleaded guilty after being pressured by her mom, Lisa. On June 27, 2017, Taylor was sentenced to probation and community service, and she was made to write two apology letters, one to the police officer handling her case and the other to her rapist. Taylor was sent back to live with Henry and Lisa, and less than a month after Taylor wrote apology letters, Henry Kittle once again and for the last time raped Taylor. Unbeknownst to Henry, Taylor was secretly taking photos and collecting evidence. When Taylor got home, she dialed 911, and this time Henry did not have an excuse. Taylor's guilty sentence for giving false information was reversed. In February 2019, Henry Cato pleaded no contest to the sexual battery of a child and was sentenced to 17 years in prison. As recently as of October 10, 2025, 22-year-old Taylor Cato filed a case against Sheriff Grady Judd, the detectives who handled her case, and Henry Cato. When the public became aware of the story, several media outlets featured the case. The comments in social media are sympathetic to Taylor. The state of Florida changed its policies and training of police officers handling sexual abuse cases involving minors. Police are now required to inform administration before charging minors that are potential victims. According to an article by Greason, victims commonly feel that they were the guilty party after they disclosed the crime and the police doubted their stories. The doubts, the disbelief, and the manner of questioning by the investigator clearly placed the responsibility of the crime on Taylor the victim rather than on Henry the perpetrator. Taylor suffered secondary victimization, an experience shared by many rape survivors who are further blamed or stigmatized when they seek help from judicial systems. A quote from an article by Smith 2014. In Taylor's situation, the systemic failure was evident in the way that she was treated with suspicion and distrust, and when Henry was set free. The way the police treat victims is crucial to their well being and their willingness to cooperate in the legal process. According to Rich 2014, aspects of this approach include positive attitude toward victims, a broad knowledge of sexual assault dynamics, and effective interview skills. Had the proper trauma informed methods been applied, the revictimization of Taylor Kittle could have been prevented.